Hello everyone. It's the early hours of the morning here on the good ship Koru. And day 2 back from New Zealand and jet lagged and I'm awake. So I thought I'd come and catch up on my 52 Life Cues journal page. Because I've been away. I had intended to do a few while I was away, but in the end it just didn't work out, so I've got a couple of weeks to catch up on. So excuse the pyjamas. Early hours, I might go back to bed yet anyway. So if you come down to the table and see here, so I'm going to be doing week 4, and the question for week 4 was, what advice would you give to your younger self? Well, that's actually, when you think about it, a big question. Yeah, what advice? I mean, I'm actually just going to put a bit of colour down with my distress inks. It's a big question, and I could go all philosophical and, you know, give you loads of stories about woe is me, and yeah, I've had my fair share of heartbreak over the years, ill health, you know, and all that. So I could go the old sympathy angle and do the pity me thing, but you know, that's not my life, that's not who I am. I don't like to do the pity, I don't like to be a victim, is what I don't like to be. And I don't like going around saying woe is me all the time, look at poor little me, because that's not who I am. In fact, my family would say, my siblings and things, is that I could fall into a pile of manure and come up smelling of roses. That's how they view my life. So yeah, maybe I have that thing where people say, you know, you fall on your feet, like a cat, you fall on your feet. But that's because I just don't like to dwell on the negative. I don't like to dwell on the negative. I don't like to go pity me. I like to get on with it, man. But that's experience, life experience that makes me feel like that, you know. Not going to be explaining myself very well here, am I? For all my life's ups and downs, my life has actually been one big adventure, and my life continues to be a big adventure. I mean, I'm living on a boat. I'm eventually sailing around the world on my boat with my husband, and sailing back to New Zealand to be with the family, to be with my children and my grandchildren. Goodness knows how old they'll be there then, but that's the whole point of going backwards and forwards, is that, especially in the northern hemisphere, winters here, I'd forgotten, because we emigrated to New Zealand a few years ago now, and my children are there. I've got New Zealand grandchildren now. My children are English, and my my grandchildren are Kiwis, New Zealanders. Beautiful, beautiful grandchildren. And what was I saying? Yeah, my life has been a bit of an adventure. It continues to be an adventure. I continue to do lots of fantastic things. But when I was younger, very, very, very painfully shy. So that was in my early parts of my marriage. I wouldn't say boo to a goose. Very, very, very shy person. And you wouldn't think so now, but that's because I'm older. And with age comes experience, life lessons, you know, and all those things. And so I know I've had many, 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 many exciting experiences. But because of my shyness, absolutely crippled from not being able to enjoy all of the experiences I've had. I mean, just boy. And what's shyness all about? You know, not wanting to put yourself out there, not wanting people to notice you, isn't it? It's not, you know, I don't know what it is that shyness is. But it's wanting to fade into the background, not wanting people to take notice of you, not wanting to stand out in the crowd. But to be quite honest, it's a crock of something, really, isn't it? Shyness, not wanting to stand out. It's not wanting people to know you, not wanting people to have a judgment of you, not wanting to be judged, not wanting to put your head above the parapet. Maybe it's something to do with being a third child, I don't know. It's, especially when your siblings are rather intelligent. Your siblings are rather naughty. Your siblings are all rather good, or so you got younger and older. You actually tend to be passed by other people, which is nice, because you'll have the older ones that blaze the trail and the younger ones that are all cute, and because you're no longer cute and young, and I don't know. I'm rambling on because it's the early hours of the morning and I'm slightly jet lagged. I don't know what I'm saying, really. So I'm just putting a bit of colour and things on here now. But yeah, this is like a kind of a zebra print thing going on here, because I have travelled to Africa a couple of times, and so my thing is about travel, because life is nothing if not a journey, is it? You do things, you make decisions, they take you from point A to point B. And along the way, C, D, E, F and G happen. What am I on about? That's the lack of sleep making me a little bit giggly. Anyway, so I'm just putting this down. Been to Africa a couple of times, travelled there. And my point is that too shy to enjoy the experience, people. And I've had many fantastic life experiences, and but the shyness have taken a lot of the joy out of it, actually. Because it's crippled me. Is you meet new people and you're too scared. Ooh, too scared to say boo to a goose, to enjoy their company, to live that moment to the fullest. And yeah, so my advice to my younger self would be, absolutely enjoy the moment. Because I am going to have many great life moments. I am going to have some fantastic life experiences, and I've been too scared, too shy to enjoy them, basically. It's I'm getting better at it, though. I tell you, I'm getting much better. The shyness thing is that I'm coming to terms with it. I am pushing myself out there. It's I spend a lot of time, because when my husband works, he has to travel, and he travels a lot. Travel is a big recurring theme in my life, and he has to travel a lot, and I'm on my own a lot. I spend months and months on my own while my husband is off working, and then when he's not working now, because I don't work either, we spend the time that he is with me, we spend in each other's company 24/7, because we live on a boat, we go sailing, we travel, and we have great we have great adventures. So so my little page is about travel there, and it's going to be my advice to myself is you need to get over your shyness early. Because you need to embrace and enjoy all the experiences you're going to have in life. And shyness has made it so that I can't, in my early days, I was too bothered by what other people thought and said, and I never truly got to enjoy what I was doing. Now, how daft is that? I've lived in Los Angeles, I've lived in Houston, Texas, lived in New Zealand, lived in the UK. Now we're sailing. I've lived in I've lived in the Caribbean, you know, I've lived in Bermuda, I've lived in Horta, uh, lived in France, you know, so we're travelling up north eventually, and we're travelling north as far north as we can in Norway, but that's in a couple of years' time. We've got something big happening this year, and so we're going to be in this UK area for quite a while, the rest of this year, maybe the beginning of next year as well, before we continue on the journey. And so I'm going to have a chance to have more experiences, but I've got to push myself and get out there. I have to be able to do things on my own, to go places on my own, not to be afraid to walk into places on my own and have that feeling that everybody's just turned to have a look at me because I walked into somewhere on my own. How daring. How daring of me. And so yeah, so my advice to myself is get over your illness, get over your shyness. I did have an illness as well, I still have an illness. Get over your shyness, get yourself out there and enjoy all the experiences, because they are gone. You know, it's a moment in time, you have the experience, it's gone. You need to enjoy it. You need to get out there. You need to not be afraid that everybody's looking at you and judging you. It's just not true. And even if they are, who cares? Who cares if people judge you? You know, it shouldn't affect how you feel about yourself, what you do with yourself, you know. Get out there, seize the moment, enjoy every second of it. And I'm just going to journal on here now, and I'll show you on the next maybe what I've just written on here, which will just be something like enjoy the moment. It's a brief moment in time, and you need to experience it, enjoy it, and just grab it by just grab it, enjoy it, go with it. And that's my advice to my younger self, is don't be shy. Get over your shyness while you're younger, and don't wait till you're in your 50s to get over that shyness, you know. Just get out there, do it, seize the moment, enjoy every second of it, because boy, am I going to have one of life's great journeys. So anyway, that's my page for this week, and so this is week number 4, and that was what is your advice to your younger self. See you again soon. Bye.